ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. So we are ready for Hopkinton Hiller Varsity Baseball on HCAM. As today they take on the Dover Sherborn Blue Raiders. The Hillers looking to continue their nice winning streak. And apologies, folks, we're just getting situated here. Just got finished with boys varsity lacrosse on HCAM. First hitter is the right fielder, Schroeder. That's being Ben Schroeder. And the first pitch is a strike. On the mound for the Hopkinton Hillers, as that's fouled off, is Derek Hatherley getting the start today. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera. And a nice night for some Hiller baseball. Swing and a miss there, and there's out number one. A strikeout for Schroeder. And that will bring up Brian Olson, the center fielder. Set to deliver. Swing and a miss. Oh, and won the count. And this is going to be hit up the right side, handled by the first baseman. And it's a 3 unassisted ground out for out number 2. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Will Foreman. Set for the pitch. And that's ball 1. Winds and deals, hit in the air foul at a play behind the backstop. Count is 1-1. To the set. There's a strike. 1-1. Wind up and the pitch. Hit in the air. This is going to drop into right field. That'll be a base hit for Foreman. It's going to be a man on first with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up John Bingham, the senior. Bingham, the first baseman. It's heard like saying not ready. Try it again. And a stolen base for Foreman. Slight lead off of second. And check it at second, runner back. Runner back just safe. Wind up and the pitch. Hit in the air, right side, and caught. Good catch there by Connor Hellenbeck for the third out. We'll head to the bottom of the first. We're scoreless on HCAM. Bottom of the first inning, very first pitch hit to the shortstop, and it's a ground out. So Carrazza grounds out to start things off. 6-3 ground out. That'll bring up Charlie Petruni, the DH. Quick moving first inning. Swing and a miss. Pitch a little outside, 1-1. And it looks like maybe the catcher got a little shooken up. So they're checking on him. And we'll get you the full lineups as soon as possible, folks. Again, they really started quickly here after that boys lacrosse game. We were hoping to have a few more minutes, but we had to move right along into baseball, so we're still kind of getting situated here. Looks like the ball may have hit the catcher, so they're making sure he's okay and good to go. And it looks like we're ready to continue on. As this is hit past the dive of the third baseman, into left field it goes, and it's a one-out single for Petruni. And that's going to bring up Joe Scardino, the third baseman. Runner on, one out. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound here for Dover Sherborn. They want to talk things over and perhaps give their catcher a little bit more time. And give us a little more time here on the broadcast. Killer softball has not yet started, as they had to get their outfield wall up. They will be starting very soon. Wally Henneberry along with Mike Terosian on the call for that game. As Scardino moves back into the batter's box, we're ready to continue on. Inside. 1-0 count. Set to deliver. That pitch a little outside, got away from the catcher, 2-0. And a flinch over towards first base will send Petruni back. That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1. And he flinches towards first again, runner back. really trying to pick off that runner at first. I think they've done their research on how this Hiller team likes to steal and manufacture runs on the base paths. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. All right, so we had Joe Carrazza start off the day with a ground out. He's your leadoff hitter and second baseman. Charlie Petruni then had a nice single. And that pitch up high, runner taking off, and a stolen base for Petruni. They were ready for it, but the throw not in time. It was a pretty good throw by the catcher, Theo Allen, but just not able to get it there in time. The Hillers have a runner in scoring position. Joe Scardino is at the plate. Your third baseman hitting third. Charlie Simulus, first baseman, hitting cleanup. Connor Hellenbeck, right fielder, hitting fifth. Nick Pedroli, center fielder, hitting sixth. Franco Padasano, the shortstop, hitting seventh. As this is hit past the reach of the shortstop. And Hellenbeck is to third. Petruni to third. Scardino to first on the single. That's going to bring up Charlie Simulus, the first baseman. Speaking of Connor Hellenbeck, he would be on deck. He is your right fielder hitting fifth. Pedroli, center fielder, sixth. Opatisano, shortstop, hitting seventh. Jack and Tarente, your left fielder, hitting eighth. Peter Mahan, the catcher, hitting ninth. Derek Catherley is your pitcher, not in the batting order. Wind up and the pitch. Inside, runner taking off from first. Throw over. And they got him. Well, they took a big risk there, and the runner from third did not go. So Scardino's caught stealing. What they're hoping to do is draw a throw, maybe a little off the mark, and then try to send Petruni home. 2 outs in the inning now. That pitch a little inside, 2-0. I mean, I understand being aggressive on the base pass, but you do have the middle of your order coming up. Outside there, 3-0. And a potential walk here, which would have loaded the bases. And seeing that Nova Sherborn, they appear to be pretty familiar with the antics of the Hillers on the base paths. I think Hillers might want to play this one a little bit conservative for the time being. And that pitch in there for a strike. As Sullivan is battling back. That's Shuzda on the mound, Jackson Shuzda. As this is hit into left field, that'll get down, a run will score. So the Hillers will get a run across, an RBI single for Charlie Simulus. Petruni scores, and now Connor Hellenbeck to the plate. Good piece of hitting there by Simulus. Shuzda delivers, swing and a miss. Checking at first, runner back safe. Hiller softball just getting started up. Check in at first, they nearly caught him, but he is back safe. And for those of you wondering, that we had a little problem with the live stream early on. You didn't miss anything in the top of the first. And this is fielded by the shortstop, flipped to second for the force out, and that'll wrap up the inning. So Hellenbeck hitting in to the 6-4 force out, but the Hillers plate one. They lead it 1-0 as we head to the top of the second on HCAM. Continuing on to the top of the second, 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Dover Sherborn. Barrett Adams, the DH, stepping in to face Derek Catherley. What a nice start to this game. Swing and a miss there. It's Barrett Adams, Jackson Schuster, the pitcher, and Grant Wires, the second baseman, due up. Last pitch in there for a strike as well, 0-2. Swing and a miss. And did he get a piece? Oh no. All right, 1-2. Apologies. Ball there. Thought he might have swung at it. Looks like he was able to check. Outside, 2-2. So it's Derek Catherley on the mound for the Hillers. Peter Mahone is behind home plate as the catcher. Line up and the pitch. Fouled off. Over at first base, Charlie Simulus. Joe Carrazza at second base. Joe Scardino at third base. Franco Bedisano is your shortstop, left to right. Jack and Tarente, Nick Pajoli, and Connor Hellenbeck. Line up and the pitch. And that is going to be a little bit inside, 3-2. Set to deliver, fouled off. Good battle here. Count remains full. He winds and deals. Down low, walk is drawn. That'll bring up Jackson Schuster, the pitcher. That pitch is a strike as it grabs the outer corner. 0-1 count. A little low there. 1-1. And Mahone and the Hillers head coach Matt Anderson would like a word. Set to continue on. Here's the 2-1. I just heard a ball hit the top of the wall in the Hillers softball game, and it looks like Dover Sherborn is homered. They're currently off and running with a 4-0 lead. 2-2 the count here. Ooh, looks like a little inside. Full count. And this is hit in the air, drops into right field, base hit. 2 on, no outs as Dover Sherborn is threatening. Adams moves to second, Schuster to first. Grant Wires, the second baseman, to the plate. First pitch is ball one, a little inside. Wind up and the pitch. There's a bunt. Slow roller up the third base side, and it was a great bunt. Throw to first. Did they get him? I don't believe they did. Everybody's going to be safe. That bunt was just flawless. So it's going to be bases loaded, no outs, and now you got Theo Allen, the catcher, at the plate. And pitch outside. Update from Hiller softball after a half inning of play. It's 3-0 Dover Sherborn. So Hillers will have some work to do over on the softball diamond with the bats. And this is hit in the air, right side. That's going to get down. One run is in. The runner behind him held up, so the bases will remain loaded, and we are knotted up at one apiece. RBI single for Theo Allen. Shuzda up to third, wires to the plate, Allen at first. Ross Lipsky, the shortstop, coming up to the plate. First pitch is a strike. Should be able to grab that inner corner. Winds and deals outside. Oh, grab the outer corner. 0-2. At least according to the home plate umpire. Hatherley steps off, and we do have warm-up action for the Hillers. He's set to deliver. Getting loose for the Hillers, it's Matt Gahn. And this is hit in the air, drops into right field. Another run in. And it'll be a 2-1 game. Good throw in by Hellenbeck. So Dover Sherborn has taken the lead as Ross Lipsky drives in Jackson Shuzda. Top of the order now as Ben Schrodick will come to the plate. Or Ben Schroeder, excuse me. And he'll get a piece of this one. Over to the shortstop, flips to second for one. Throw to first. Not in time. Gets away. Runner from third coming around. And they're going to score another pair of runs this time. Throw a little off the mark. So Wires comes around to score. Schroeder reaches via the force out. It is a sacrifice RBI. And Theo Allen coming around on the errant throw. Could score that one in E4. Lipsky is up to and that's fouled off. And Schroeder over at second. He advanced. Wind up and the pitch. Throw to second, and they were trying to catch Schroeder in the steal, but could not. Olsen, the center fielder, at the plate. And a swing and a miss there. 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. And he gets a good piece of this one. That's going to drop into center, and another run around to score. Well, the Dover Sherborn bats making all kinds of noise. That is an RBI single for Olsen. That's going to bring up Will Foreman, the third baseman. It's now a 5-1 Dover Sherborn lead. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. And he gets a piece of this one up the third base side. Throw to first is high. And everybody's going to be safe. Well, the Hillers not having a great inning. Couple errors have extended this inning, and Dover Sherborn has batted around as John Bingham, first baseman, will step in. Cleanup hitter in the lineup as well. Swing and a miss there. Throw to second. Runner back safe. Runners on first and second for Dover Sherborn. Still only one out. Checking at second. Runner back safe. Set to deliver. Pitch a little low. Back pick to first. Runner back safe. Oh, and certainly not afraid to check on those runners. There's a nice back pick move as well. That pitch a little high. 2-1. Set to deliver. And got away from a home for a minute. He was able to quickly gather it up. 3-1 count. Set to deliver. And got away from a home for a minute. He was able to quickly gather it up. Wind up and the pitch, and this is hit up the left side, glove by the third baseman, and the throw is going to pull the first baseman off the bag, and everyone's going to be safe. So Dover Sherborn reloads the bases, and I don't know why Scardino didn't just try to step on that third base bag. I felt like he could have got there before the runner. And now that'll bring up Barrett Adams for the second time this inning. A pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Wind up in the pitch. Outside. 1-1. That'll make it a 2-1 count. Atherley's starting to have a little trouble finding that strike zone, and Can't imagine the leash is too much longer with him. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Or correction, that was a strikeout. They had the scoreboard wrong. So he does get a well-needed out, 2 away. Jackson Shuzda to the plate. There's ball 1. Line up and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that'll wrap up the inning. 2 strikeouts to end it, but Dover Sherborn plates 5 runs. They lead it 5-1 as we head to the top of the bottom of the second on HCAM. Bottom of the second inning, Nick Pedroli steps in to face Jackson Shuzda. He takes the first pitch for a ball there. Pedroli, Opadesano, and Tarente due up. Hillers have a lot of work to do, trailing 5-1. This is hit up the right side, takes a couple hops, picked up by the second baseman, and it's 4-3 for out number 1. That'll bring up Franco Opadesano. Let's take a look at the Dover Sherborn field. We haven't gotten around to that yet. Your pitchers, Jackson Shuzda, his battery mate, Theo Allen, wind up in the pitch. In there for a strike. First baseman, John Bingham. Over at second base, Grant Wires. Third baseman, Will Foreman. Shortstop, Ross Lipsky, wind up in the pitch. That's outside. 1-1. Left to right, Ronan Sullivan, Brian Olson, and Ben Schroeder. Hit high, sky high in the air, and it is caught by the pitcher, 2 away. Tom Nappy happy to be on the call with you. John Ritz on camera. Wednesday night baseball here on HCAM. Also some softball going on. Hillers and Dover Sherborn. They're in the second inning, a 3-1 game in favor of Dover Sherborn. That pitch a little inside, 1-0. Heading into the week, Dover Sherborn 5-4. Hillers were 8-3 on the season. Hit in the air, left side, caught. And that was a nice catch. I believe it was the third baseman who ranged over to make the catch. That was actually the shortstop, Ross Lipsky, who ranged over to make the catch for the third out. 1, 2, 3 they go. To the top of the third we go on HCAM. Never heard it. Top of the third inning, Derek Hatherley remains in the game. First pitch is hit in the air to center field and caught by Grant Wires, 1 away. catch by Pedroli for the first out. I'll bring up Theo Allen, the catcher. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Well, if you look at that 5-run inning for Dover Sherborn in the second, it was in large part because of those couple errors that were made by the Hillers, as this is hit sky high, and Franco Badisano tracks it down to make the catch. 2 away. Ross Lipsky, the shortstop, stepping in. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Hatherley certainly hoping this inning can continue to go nice and easy, as there's another strike. 0-2. Hitter needs time. That pitch a little low. 1-2. Set to deliver. And there's strike 3 in a nice smooth inning for the Hillers defense. 1, 2, 3 they go. And we will head to the bottom of the third on HCAM. Bottom of the third inning, first pitch to Peter Mahone, low and outside. 5-1, Dover Sherborn lead. That pitch outside as well, 2-0. Set to deliver, and this is up the left side, gloved by the third baseman, throw to first, pulled him off the bag, but he was able to land just in time. 1 away. 5-3 for out number 1. Top of the order for the Hillers. Joe Carrazza stepping in. And he gets a good piece of this one. Right into center field it goes. It's a 1-out single for the leadoff man. That'll bring up Charlie Petruni, the DH. Checking at first, runner back safe. Dover Sherborn really keeping an eye on these Hiller runners. They don't want them to get any momentum on the base paths, and especially Joe Carrazza. He's someone you got to keep an eye on. Set to deliver. And this is up the left side, foul. Well, looks like the Hiller bats making some noise over in the softball game. We'll get you an update on that very soon. That game also live on HCAM. Looks like it's a 3-2 game over there now in favor of Dover Sherborn. Checking on Carrazza, he's back safe. Check in on him again, really keeping him at bay. Now we have a conference on the mound amongst the infield. And he's taking off, throw to second. And it looks like he's going to be safe. Good steal by Carrazza. Hit in the air, foul out of play off the backstop. One and two the count. Checking at second, Carrazza back safe. And this is hit up the right side, right to the second baseman, and they'll double him up. You can call that a 4-run assisted double play. That is just bad luck there for the Hillers. We will head to the top of the fourth, a 5-1 Dover Sherborn lead on HCAM. Top of the fourth inning. Top of the order for DS. Ben Schroeder steps in. Takes that one for a strike. Schroeder scored one of the 5 runs in the second. 1-1 the count. Did a sacrifice RBI and reached via force out. He takes that one up high, 2-1. Hits this one in the air, right side foul. 2-2 the count. Pops it up over to right center and caught. Hellenbeck makes the catch. 1 away. They'll bring up Brian Olson, the center fielder. Outside, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Set to deliver. Foul tipped. I'll make the count 1-2. I'm sure Coach Anderson relieved that Hatherley still in there, putting in the work. Giving them some innings with a busy schedule coming up for the Hillers. A pitch a little outside, 2-2. Update from Hillers softball. Hillers now leading 4-3. Still in the bottom of the third as the Hillers rallying against over Sherborn. Hillers softball hoping to rack up a big win today. If you're watching on TV, that game over on HCAM TV. This one on the HCAM Ed channel. That's fouled away. Count remains 2-2. Hatherley set to deal. A hair outside, 3-2. And the walk is drawn. So Olson is on with one out. Now due up is Will Foreman, the second baseman. Hiller's going to get some warm-up action going on again, it looks like. Saw Andrew gone earlier. We'll see if it's still him. Looks like it will be. That pitch is ball one, 1-0. Hit high in the air, foul out of play. 1-1 count. Looks at first and deals, runner taking off, throw to second is high. Good backup by the shortstop, Opadesano. Stolen base and a 2-1 count on Foreman. It's over Sherborn looking to potentially manufacture another run. Hits this one in the air, over to left field, and it is caught. Runner at second stays put. Nice catch by Interente, 2 away. Be really big for the Hillers if Hatherley could get out of this fourth inning. And I'm sure that's what Coach Anderson is hoping for. John Bingham, the first baseman, stepping in. There's a strike. I don't know, ball a little inside, says the umpire. 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. Looks similar to that last pitch. Set to deliver. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That'll wrap up the inning. Hatherley gets through the fourth. 5-1 to over Sherborn lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth on HCAM. Bottom of the fourth inning, Joe Scardino steps in. Outside, 1-0. Scardino singled in the first, was caught stealing. Up the left side, glove by the third baseman. Throw to first. Nice throw. 5-3 for out number one. That'll bring up Charlie Simulus. Hit in the air, right side, caught by the second baseman. 2 quick outs by the Hillers. Connor Hellenbeck stepping in. Grant Wires was just in the exact right place. There's a strike, 0-1. The lights are on as the sun starts to set here at the turf fields. Up the left side, foul, 0-2. Outside, 1-2. And this is hit up the right side, glove by the third baseman. 3 unassisted ground out for Hellenbeck. 1, 2, 3, they go to the top of the 5th. We go. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hiller Baseball on HCAM. Dover Sherborn leads at 5-1. Top of the 5th inning, new pitcher on the mound for the Hillers. Matt Gahn is in the game to take over for Derek Hatherley, who went 4 innings. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Dover Sherborn. Barrett Adams, the DH, to get things started. He'll be followed by Jackson Shuzda and Grant Wires. It was a pretty good appearance by Hatherley. I believe it was at least 2 of the runs were not earned. There was a couple errors. That were committed. Wind up in the pitch. That is outside, 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. 1 away. That'll bring up Jackson Shuzda, the pitcher. Hit high in the air, left center, caught. 2 away. Making the catch there is Interente. Quick out. That'll bring up Grant Wires. Derek Hatherley with 4 innings, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs. They have all of them charges earned, but those were not all earned runs. I'd say 3 of them, I believe, were. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Hiller softball has taken a 7-3 lead on Dover Sherborn in the bottom of the 4th. They're making all kinds of noise with the bats. That pitch outside. 2-0. Time call. That was a strike. 2-1. Looks like a little word with the Dover Sherborn coach. Set to deliver inside, and that hit him. Yes, it did. So it'll be a runner on first, 2 outs. Theo Allen, the catcher, stepping in. Line up and the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Check it at first, runner back safe. Leg lift and the pitch. Hit in the air, right side, foul territory. Caught by the first baseman. Getting under it to make the catch for the final out was Charlie Simulus. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1, Dover Sherborn leading on HCAM. Bottom of the 5th inning, Nick Pajoli at the plate. First pitch fouled away, 0-1. Still Shuzda out there for Dover Sherborn. Is that pitch low and away? I don't know. Grab the outer corner for a strike, 0-2. Hit in the air, left center. That's going to get down for a hit. Good piece of hitting there. One out, or excuse me, a no-out single by Nick Pajoli. Franco Pedisano stepping to the plate. Hillers looking to get a rally going. They do trail 5-1 as we get into the later innings of this game. That pitch grabs the outer corner for a strike. 0-1. Checking at first, runner back safe. I think if you're the Hillers, you got to be relatively conservative with your base runners. You do need to get a rally going, as this is hit up the left side. Glove by the third baseman, throw to second for 1. They get it, and they double them up. 5-4-3 double play. Maybe they should have sent them 2 away. And that'll bring up Jack and Tarrante, the left fielder, as Dover Sherborn clears the bases. It's turning into quite a pitching performance by Shuzda. And pitch outside, 1-0. Line up and the pitch. Grabs the inner corner, 1-1. Tarrante hitting at a 150 on the season, 320 on base percentage. And he'll put this one up the left side, takes a couple hops. Glove by the third baseman, throw high, and it pulled the first baseman off the bag, and Tarrante reaches. I'm going to score that a single, difficult play to make. I guess it could be argued it may have been an error, but we'll score a single for now. Peter Mahone going to step up to the plate. Quick Hiller softball update. 8-3. They're in the top of the fifth. Hillers are leading. They're playing just a little walk away from where we are. A pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Wally Henneberry and Mike Terosian on the call in that game, airing over on HCAM TV. Checking on first, runner back safe. Hit high in the air, left center, and it is caught by the ranging center fielder, Brian Olson, for the final out of the inning. We will head to the top of the sixth. Dover Sherborn leading 5-1 on HCAM. Top of the sixth inning, 9-1 and 2 up for Dover Sherborn. Ross Lipsky, the shortstop, up at the plate. First pitch outside, 1-0. Lipsky, Schroeder, Olson due up, 9-1 and 2 for Dover Sherborn. Hit in the air, left side, could be trouble, and it's over the reach of the left fielder in Tarente. That's going to roll towards the wall. He's going to keep on going all the way to third base. Throw in, not in time. It's a triple to start off the sixth inning for Ross Lipsky. And that'll bring up Ben Schroeder, the right fielder. Lipsky showing off the wheels there as Dover Sherborn looking to add on to their lead. Dover Sherborn 5-9 heading into this game, and they are not looking like a 5-9 team, I'll tell you that. Hillers 9-3. Gahn delivers outside as Mahone threatens to throw down to third. 1-0. Gahn has pitched 6 innings leading into this game on the season. 1.16 ERA. Wind up in the pitch. And this is going to be a little teeny hit. Takes a couple rolls. Throw down to first. They will get the out. Runner at third stays put. No use in setting him and risking it. That'll end up being a 2-3 ground out by Schroeder, and that'll bring up Brian Olson. Looks like he just nicked the ball. Didn't make full contact with it, but unfortunately for him, it stayed fair. That pitch up high, and Mahone threatening to throw down to third, but he will hold on to it. 1-0. Wind up and the pitch. Inside. 2-0. Set to deliver. Fouled off into the backstop. 2-1. A terrific night for some Hiller sports. Temperatures very comfortable in the, say, lower 60s. Not a lot of wind at all. In fact, almost no wind. Up the right side, glove by the second baseman. Carrazza throws over. They get the out. Runner at third stays put. You could tell the instincts Carrazza has. He looked right at home plate, right at that runner at third to see if he was going first before he threw over. And good reaction there. Will Foreman will step in, the second baseman. Runner on third, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Hit high in the air, left side, and caught by the left fielder, Jack and Tarrante, for the out. And Dover Sherborn will leave a runner stranded at third base as we head to the bottom of the 6th with the score Dover Sherborn leading 5-1 on H. Bottom of the 6th inning, top of the order due up for the Hillers. Tom Nappy happy to be with you on the call. John Ritz on camera. Pulling double duty today as Carrazza puts this one on the ground. Bobbled by the shortstop, he's safe. Difficult play to make. And there's no chance if you bobble it, you're going to catch this speedy Joe Carrazza. Infield single there. Charlie Petruni stepping in. Schuster still out there. Imagine if he runs into any kind of jam, though, they may relieve him. Checking at first, runner back safe. Probably see a lot of that with Carrazza on the base paths. Petruni is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored a run all the way back in the first. Fouls that one off. Oh, that hit the catcher. In a place you do not want to be hit, I believe. Yeah, that's the second time the catcher has had a rough foul ball situation. And he will try to walk it off. Count is 0-1. And it looks like the coach is meeting up. Or at least Coach Anderson and the first base coach talk things over. I'd say the gist of the conversation is probably along the lines of, when do we send Carrazza? We are ready to continue. Well, Theo Allen, he is a tough kid, I must say, for Dover Sherborn. He's taken 2 hard foul balls and able to stay in there and keep playing. That pitch outside, runner from first taken off, stolen base for Carrazza. Outside. 1-1. I haven't seen any warm-up action for Dover Sherborn. Of course, there is potential that whoever they would bring in is currently in the game now. They're keeping a stern eye on Carrazza over at second. 2-1 count. And this is hit in the air, right side, caught by the right fielder. Carrazza stays put at second. One away, Joe Scardino, the third baseman, stepping in. I'll tell you what, Shoes has had a good season on the hill for Dover Sherborn. Coming into today, he's pitched 25 1/3 of an inning, 2 wins, 5 losses, but has an ERA of 3.03. Dover Sherborn, looking at their schedule, they've played a lot of close games. And this is going to be hit towards center field, towards the fence. It's going to drop. Carrazza going to be waved around. Heading over to third is Scardino, and that is going to be an RBI triple. That was almost out of the ballpark. I thought John Ritz was going to have to get his baseball glove out for a moment, but landed just in front of the fence. An RBI triple for Scardino. It's a 5-2 game as Charlie Simula steps in. Runner on third, 1 out for the Hillers. If there was ever a time to rally, it's right now here in the bottom of the 6th. A pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Simulus 1 for 2 on the day, had an RBI single to score Petruni back in the first inning. Outside. Set to deliver. And this is hit in the air, right side, caught by the right fielder. Runner from third, gonna tag. They'll throw home. And they're gonna get him. What a great throw from Ben Schroeder over in right field. And they're able to catch Scardino trying to tag for the third out. Hillers do plate one, but trail 5-2 as we head to the top of the 7th on HCAM. Top of the 7th inning. Dover Sherborn would love to add some security. They lead it 5-2. Andrew Gahn back into the game. First pitch hit in the air. Foul territory. Oh, it's bobbled and dropped by Scardino. It's John Bingham at the plate. The first baseman and cleanup man. So far today, he's flown out, struck out, and reached on an error. And they're going to check on Scardino, make sure he's okay. He may be coming out of the game. Looks like he will be. Got a little shooken up, it looks like, trying to track down that fly ball in foul territory. And it looks like they are bringing in Ray Robichaud to take over. So Robichaud is going to be your new third baseman. Certainly hope Scardino's okay. It didn't seem like anything serious, but certainly wishing him the best. Here's a bunt up the third base side. They're going to test out Robichaud, and he'll beat it out. So leadoff single for Bingham. Hillers do have warm-up action as well. Set to step in is Barrett Adams, but we do have the coach out talking to the umps, so we may have a pinch hitter. We'll have to check on that in just a moment. It looks like Dylan Ruff warming up, getting loose. He might be coming in the bottom of the 7th, or if Andrew Gonch will run into struggles. That pitch outside. 1-0. And he's going to bunt up the third base side. That rolled foul? Yes. I believe that rolled foul. He'll step back in. Checking at first. Nearly got him. And did they? Yes. He's picked off. The Dover Sherborn coach not liking that. But they're going to say he was picked off of first. Yeah, get a little argument there. So now there's 2 outs, and actually that bunt was a strikeout because that was the 3rd strike, and this is going to be dropped in center field by Pedroli. So aboard is Jackson Schuster, the pitcher, on the error. That was a pretty routine fly ball, it looked like. And that'll bring up Grant Wires, the second baseman. Oh, and 1 the count as this is hit in the air. And it is up the left side. Caught by Robichaud for the 3rd out. So despite a pair reaching, the Hillers get out of the inning with no further harm done. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Hillers have some work to do as they trail 5-2 on HCAM. Bottom of the 7th. Here in this crossover TVL baseball game as Connor Hellenbeck steps in. First pitch hits in the air, foul. Along the right side, it's the netting, 0-1. Softball update, Hillers leading Dover Sherborn over on the softball diamond, 9-6. They're entering the bottom of the 6th inning. So the Hiller girls looking as if they may pick up a win if all shall go well. Line up in the pitch. Outside. 2-1. Schuster still out there on the hill for Dover Sherborn. He has pitched a great game. Swing and a miss. Two and two the count. And this is popped in the air, and it's going to bloop into center field. Leadoff single for Hellenbeck. Now due up is Nick Pedroli. It's 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order this inning. Hillers hoping to get some fireworks going. First pitch inside to Pedroli. He's 1 for 2 today. He has grounded out and singled. Checking out first, runner back safe. I think the Hillers are going to be not afraid to steal, but relatively conservative. Last thing you want to do is get a runner thrown out. Shoes has been out there the entire game as that pitch outside. So you want to see if you could maybe wear him down with some hitting. Slight lead over at first as this is inside. Hit high in the air on the 2-1 pitch over to center field. Caught. And that is the first out of the inning. Hellenbeck stays over at first base. Franco Batisano due up. That was a little nerve-wracking for Brian Olson, who almost lost his balance a little bit trying to make that catch. Had a nice view of it right in front of us. There's a strike. Batisano's flown out and hit into a double play. Wind up and the pitch. And he gets a good piece of this one over to left field, but caught as Ronan Sullivan was playing deep and ready for it. 2 away. Jack and Tarrante coming to the plate. Hillers down to their final out. That's outside, 1-0. And he thought about it, didn't go, but it's a strike. Grabs the outer corner, 1-1. Jackson Shoes, he's only a freshman. He'll be someone to watch for Dover Sherborn. He's been absolutely incredible on the hill today against a very potent Hiller lineup. As this is fouled, 1-2. Now the Hillers down to their final strike. And to hold this Hiller lineup to 2 runs, not an easy task, and there's your ball game. Right down the middle, and Tarrante knew it. And that'll do it. Dover Sherborn going to take the victory by a final score of 5-2. Dover Sherborn scores 5 runs on 11 hits, commits no errors. The Hillers 2 runs on 9 hits, committing an error. And Dover Sherborn getting a well-needed win here today. They'll improve to 6-9 on the season. Hillers will fall to 9-4. An upset special for Dover Sherborn here on this Wednesday night as they grabbed the 5-2 victory over the Hopkinton Hillers. For John Ritz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Baseball on HCAM. Final score for the final time, Dover Sherborn over the Hillers 5-2. We thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.